Hi everyone, this is Sam from Gamereactor here, and we're live from IEM Katowice with Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, and we're here with Nomia's Arcaner. So can you tell us a bit about your competition? Sadly, you're out of the competition, but can you tell us a bit about how it was coming in as a minor region?
Yeah, obviously it was quite tricky to sort of go into like a really hard bracket to begin with. So we had Misfits, which is like the number one seed European team. And then we had, if we were to lose to Misfits, we predicted that would be versing Team 8, which is probably the best NA team. So going into the event, we didn't have expectations of like getting out of the first round, but we just wanted to sort of find our grounds with the new roster and sort of use this as a stepping stone to the mid-season brawl.
How did you feel when you took that first game against Misfits?
Quite excited. No one really expected in our team for it to go like that. Like we sort of know that if we play like with like a control of our nerves and we play like a comfort comp, like we're like really good players. We like to team fight, and we knew that if like things went well for us in the game, that we'd be able to like at least make the game go to level 20 with Misfits. But I think the way the comp from Misfits like went into the late game, it sort of allowed us to exploit like the immobility of the grey main, like with gusts and stuff. So I think that because we played so collected and like sort of let the game go into level 20, that's why we were able to win.
Do you think teams underestimated you going into their matches with you?
Yeah, definitely. There was like a captain's report sort of like article where like teams gave like their opinion on each team, and it's like expected that teams will like not even care about us to research us. They don't like really want to talk about us, which is like understandable. Each team wants to sort of like claim their fame and push to the best, so they don't really want to think about a team like Nomia. But I think the fact that a team would like underestimate us is probably like a really bad thing, because we don't get good practice in our regions, so we can't like develop like multiple comps to like win a series or something. But if we get our comforts, then like the game just becomes quite easy for us compared to like us being on like a different comp. So I think if teams respected us and like researched what we like to play, and like if Misfits were to just ban Zeratul from game one, it could be in like completely different story. So I think teams underestimated us, and it proved to be like a bad thing for Misfits.
Do you think you obviously impressed a lot of people? People didn't expect you to obviously pull that first game against Misfits for you to play as well as you did. Do you think it could be the start of better things for you?
I think so. Like what we want to do is be consistent. So we want to be the same team going into the mid-season brawl that can take games off Misfits. So I think in our preparation for the mid-season brawl, we want to expand our hero pool. We want to be consistent. So this is definitely the start of something, a progression. We want to get better and better, and we want to be regarded as like a team that can beat the top European teams or the NA teams. And of course, going to the mid-season brawl, we're going to be facing Korea, so it's going to be difficult. But yeah, I think this is definitely the start of good things.
Cool. One of the casters after one of your games, they said that you're quite relaxed when you play. Would you say that's true for your team?
Yes, but in like for BlizzCon, we were like playing under Reborn, and we were so nervous. I was like, it was my first international LAN, and I was like shaking completely, playing differently than I usually do in like Hero League or scrims. So like, I think the ability of our team to quickly control our nerves, especially against Misfits, was like why we were so good. So yeah.
Has the travelling been an issue for you guys? Because obviously there's a lot of European teams, and Australia is obviously a bit further away. So has the travelling been an issue for you guys?
Yes, it has. We usually have like for like BlizzCon, we had maybe a week to sort of settle in before our match against Denial. This time we came on Wednesday, arrived Wednesday night, and I think we had one day of scrimming to like prepare. But I think like we need a few days to like sort of get over the jet lag. It made us like really tired, especially the fact that we versed Team 8 like the last set of the day, or one of the last sets. Like I think we had like a 11-hour day. It's just too hard with like the jet lag to be able to play a series against Team 8. I think if we had maybe another day to prepare, we would have had like, I guess, more competitive series, like going into game 3, not just like an unconvincing sort of win.
Yeah. So what's next for you guys? What does the future hold for Nomia?
So we're going to return to our region. We're going to try and scrim as much as we can. That's like, we're hoping that our performance at this event can inspire the other ANZ players and teams to like be more serious and to want to scrim us. So like something that happened was a team blocked us from scrims because they thought it would be like a strategy to beat us, and like that just all it does is hurt us. And like obviously it hurts them because they're not getting scrims, and they can't really scrim other ANZ teams because they don't exist. So like hopefully we think the ANZ like region will like respect us and want to scrim us and want to learn. So I think when we get back to ANZ, we want to like expand our hero pool, and like be better at like different maps and comps, and then going to mid-season brawl we will be like a lot more prepared.
How do you think, or what do you think needs to happen for esports as a whole to improve in minor regions, or in specific to Heroes of the Storm as well?
I think a problem with Australia is just there's so much popularity on console games compared to PC, so there's always going to be like a lesser population playing compared to something like Call of Duty or CSGO. So like I think what needs to happen is Blizzard needs to be marketing Heroes of the Storm specifically for ANZ. They need to make like the in-game client tell people like when there's going to be like a major Australian event, so people can like watch it, the viewership will go up, and obviously the competitors will want to come in and play. So I think that's the most important thing, is that we get like a new wave of players coming into the competitive pro scene, and then once that happens, like it's going to get easier to do something like a league format, because you'll have like more teams and more stable teams. But at the moment, like we can't really do anything like for the region, so like I don't think Blizzard can really fix it like immediately. It's going to be like a long-term thing, and it's pretty much the main like thing they have to do is increase the population.
Cool. And lastly, a new hero has been announced, Probius. What are your thoughts on him?
He looks pretty cool. Like it's unfortunate because I was playing Flex for the tournament, but like now we've just done a role swap. Someone's support, and support player Vanilla has gone to Flex. So like obviously I can't play Probius, which is a bit sad. But he looks like, I sort of hope Blizzard would like make my heroes like that. Like I like the emphasis on specialist heroes, but I think like I'm concerned about how they like incorporate their strengths into competitive. Like a lot of heroes like Zagara, Zul, like Azmodan stuff are all like quite weak and one-dimensional. Like I want like a two-dimensional or three-dimensional specialist player. Like Medivh is pretty good, but I think like the kit of the Probius hero is like really good. So I think he will be like an interesting hero to play.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.